Good afternoon, and welcome. I'm so excited to see all you guys. Welcome to my page, Live Life, a Life Will Live You, my YouTube page. For those who are new and do not know me, my name is Vicky. Welcome. I have some exciting news to share. For those of you who have watched me on Facebook and social media platforms, I have recently went to New Mexico, and I would like to share my journey for going to New Mexico. In New Mexico, I was so excited, and I had prayed about where to take a little mini short vacation. And the Lord kept saying, New Mexico. And I said, okay, Lord, New Mexico, but which part of New Mexico? So when I went to searching and everything after praying, I saw Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I went back and I prayed about it again, and every time Albuquerque, New Mexico continued to pop up, and I said, okay, Lord, here I go. So that's where you want me to go. I went there and I was so excited. Everything just fell in place. I'll tell you, everything was in place. What I mean by in place, everything fell in place. We got us a rental for half the price. It was a Airbnb rental, and so we rented out for a couple of days, and it was real cozy and nice, and you name it. So when we first got there and we settled in and we went out to the backyard, they had a nice backyard. Oh, I had taken some pictures of it. It was so nice and cozy, like a sanctuary when you walked out. But anyway, I noticed it was a pomegranate tree there, and I went up in tears. Tears just started flowing, and I knew then I was at the right place where God wanted me to be. And it brought me back, that pomegranate tree brought me back to when I was a child, probably like 7 or maybe 6 or 7, something like that. I remember us having our home, and we had a pomegranate tree in the front, and we used to pick those pomegranates off the tree during the summertime, and I'm like, oh my God, they were so delicious. And it brought back memories, and I said, this is where I need to be. My parents knew that this is the place that I want you to enjoy, and I want you to relax and just enjoy yourself. So a little self-care. And I looked up and I said, thank you. I said, thank you, God. Thank you, my parents, because, it brought back memories. And I knew they had a play in there somewhere, But it was very cozy and peaceful. I had so much peace that came over me. A peace that, like the Bible says, surpasses all understanding. So I had that peace that would pass over me. And it was a place of serenity that I did not want to leave. And so I enjoyed every moment. I just soaked it in and observed everything around me, and it was just nice. So if you haven't saw my pictures and the videos, go to my YouTube channels, Live Life, a Life Will Live You. Go to my Facebook page, and Vicki Johnson is my name on my Facebook page, Determined But Not Defeated. You can go to that page as well and see a lot of great videos and information. But when I was down there in New Mexico, we was driving around, and I looked to the right and I saw a herb store that I had to go in, but it was closed the first day when we got there because we got there late. But the next day I made it my business to make sure I would go and, you know, get some herbs. And I walked in and the lady said, "May I help you?" And I said, "I'm not sure yet. I'm just browsing." And I began to ask her a couple of questions. Do you have this and that? And, you know, the things that I was experiencing in my body. So she pointed me to a lot of herbs, and I began to ask her about different situations when you're fasting or you are on this health journey and this is aching, or I feel a certain way and I want to be more relaxed, and I wanted to detox everything out of me about the aches and the pains and the joints, you know, at my age and everything. And I was like, I went on and on, but I noticed when we were at the Airbnb rental, there was a plant that I had taken a picture and I showed her, and she said it was a watercress plant or something like that. But we went on there. I said, "What is it good for?" So she began to share what it was good for. I say, I see. So before I left the shop, her store, I had brought several, and I do mean several herbs, and I would like to share those with you. I would like to share those. But before I share those, I want to tell some people who are dealing with nerve pain before it leaves me. Like nerve pain or neuropathy, because that was my main concern when I walked through the door, was nerve pain, neuropathy. I have had foot surgery twice, and I still have the nerve pain and neuropathy. Now, the nerve pain is not it's not as bad as it was before the surgery, but it's still there. And I'm a little concerned about that, because spending all that money having the surgery, you would think that I wouldn't have any pain, you know, as far as foot pain, nerve pain, numbness. I don't have the tingling anymore. When I did have the tingling, the doctor said, let me get it right. They said it could be associated with my diabetes. It could be one of the two. They really wasn't sure what was causing the tingliness, but they thought it could be from the diabetes. But anyway, I want to share that. And before I do, once again, I'm sorry, I apologize. I always use burdock root. I went and researched about burdock root, and it's good. The burdock root is good for diabetes. It's good for the nerve pain. If you have neuropathy, it's good for that, and it's a blood cleanser. So I just want to share that. If you would go back to my previous videos, I did post about burdock root, and I show which one that I had purchased. Now, I have been using burdock root as well as sea moss, the elderberry sea moss, and I have that here today before I get started showing you about the herbs. So I do have the elderberry sea moss. I did a video on that, so you can go back and watch that video if you like. But I want to start out because I taken them, they was in a bag like this when I purchased. I also posted on Facebook, and I posted on YouTube when I first purchased in New Mexico. They put them in a bag like this. So let me see which kind this is. Okay, this is the red Ziegler. This red Ziegler right here, it helps with energy, the immune system, and it does help with pain. So this, if you can see it, I don't want to waste it. This is the tea form, because I got everything in teas, and I made sure that I wanted the purest tea that I can get. I didn't want any like boxed in teas that you can just grab from the grocery store. I didn't want that, because she said that was good that I didn't get the boxed in tea that, you know, from the regular grocery stores, because they are not as potent as the loose leaf teas. So I learned a lesson from that. Never get the tea bags already boxed in and pre-made, because they lose a lot of substance to them, and they not as potent as the loose leaf. Also, come here, baby. Mommy's gonna take you out. The second one I have, let me put this one down here so I won't. That was the red Ziegler. This is, now I can't, oh, the stress tea. I can't even read my writing today. But this is for stress. Anyone who is overwhelmed with stress, you know, you know, I'm normal. I get stressed out sometimes, overwhelmed due to problems and circumstances and different things like that. So I purchased some of this tea, and you can take the stress tea anytime, day or night. Actually, all of them. You can take it whenever you feel like it. It's totally up to you. But on the stress tea, I only take this when I feel a little stressed out, or I'm tired, or I feel overwhelmed with things, or, you know, I have a lot of obligations and responsibilities. So I take the stress tea. And the next tea, so that was the second tea. The next tea is this, the diabetic tea. That is the main one, and it looks like grind up coffee to me. It looks like grind up coffee. So these teas, you just take a tablespoon, your choice, day or night, or you can do it 3 times, or you can do it all day. It just depends on you, but I wouldn't want to be hyped up all day. So on my diabetic tea, what I do, I take a teaspoon in the morning, and I will take a teaspoon at night to level out my sugar level before I go to bed and throughout the day. These teas, you can take them every 8 hours according to the instructions. These are loose leaf tea. So it doesn't have a taste. It doesn't have a taste, but you have to acquire the taste, you know. Some people add whatever they want to, honey or dates or whatever. I don't do that. I just drink it straight as is because I want to have the full effect of whatever it is to do in my body. So I don't add any flavors to it whatsoever. I just use it as is and let it go. So far, so good. My last tea, and I should have kept the ingredients, but my apologies, I didn't have another jar for this, and this is why you're going to see the price and ingredients, and all of the teas are 1 ounce. So this last one is for mucus and sinus congestions right here, because sometimes I have a lot of mucus when I get up in the morning, and I'm all clogged up and stopped up. And what I have learned, the more that I juice my vegetables, and now Dr. Sabi, forgive me. Now Dr. Yaki is saying you can blend them together. You can juice your fruits and you can juice your vegetables, and it would help. The more you do it every day, that it would get rid of the mucus, the gut, from the gut cleansing, and this will help. But in here it has peppermint leaves, it has elderflower, and clot foot, and whatever that is, I haven't looked that one up. And it has orange peels, so it has lemon peels, it has Santa leaves, it has everything in here that you need for mucus and sinus, and the price is not bad at all. So I had to label them, because buying all those teas at one time, I was like, I have to label to make sure I don't mix it up and give out the right information. So that's what I did. Also on here, I label, and these are just cheap jars that I got from the Dollar Tree, and just start collecting and put my herbs in. But I wanted to share about Mexico, and you know, the nice time that I had in Mexico. And you know, the most important thing that I got out of this is vital information about being healthy and staying healthy, for those who know that I am on a health journey. And I tell you, it has been a wonderful journey, and I'm still learning, and I'm just enjoying the journey. And what I don't do every day, I started out every day juicing. Now I don't do juicing every day. I just kind of intake more raw foods than anything. Now today was my first day just really cooking something on the stove. But most of the time I'm doing raw foods. I don't eat that much, you know, when it comes to cooking, because one thing I'm trying to do is get ready and let my body know, hey, these raw foods that you really need for your body. So sometimes it's hard for a change, your body just trying to get adjusted to the lifestyle, the healthy lifestyle. And sometimes, you know, it takes a minute for your body to really adjust to things. I have noticed since I've been on this journey that I don't have the cravings like I used to. I used to love sweets, and I still love sweets, but now I can pass it by. Now I can say no and I loved it, sodas. And now I can pass it by. I can say, no, I left my water over there, but I drink a lot of Mountain Valley water, key lime. Matter of fact, I got to go to the store and get me some more because I had bought, when I was in Dallas, I bought like 6 of them, 6 to 7 key lime Mountain Valley water. And so I need to rush and get me some more. And now I can pass the sweets by. It doesn't bother me. I do eat chips every now and then, but it's the, gosh, I forgot the name, but it's an avocado chip. That is really, really good. And when I purchase those, I don't purchase those all the time, but when I do, I look at the carb intake because I'm a diabetic, and I try to get the lowest carbs and zero sugar. If it doesn't have zero sugar, then I will get the lowest sugar intake. And I notice if it has added sugar. If it has added sugar, then I don't bother it because I don't need any sugar adding to what's already in there. So I will get that name and I will let you know. Also, I do Pop Smart popcorn, and I tell you, oh my God, I'm addicted to that. But I don't eat that every day. I get me a family size bag and let it do. I break it up into those sandwich bags and I'll tie it up. And every time that I get ready for one, I just grab the sandwich bag and just get me a bag. Once I finish that bag, that's it for the day. And I don't eat the popcorn every day. It's just when I have a taste for some. And I think that's about it. But I drink plenty of Mountain Valley spring water. Yeah. So, I'm trying to see if I need to share anything else. But I learned, oh yeah, I went to the range. It's called The Range, and I have a video on that. And my son and I, our very last day, we were winding up and we said, we're going to go out and eat, because when I was there, I was doing the cooking, and most of the time I did cook a hamburger, and it was on a sourdough bread for me, and mine's were plant-based. And I'm gonna share about the plant-based in another video. But mine was plant-based, and he had the organic hamburger. So if you haven't looked at that video, please, I encourage you to go back and watch that. But that's all I have to share for right now. And be encouraged, stay on your health journey. You would see the difference if you continue to, stay on the journey and everything. And I just want to share this morning, this afternoon, about my journey in New Mexico. And like I told them before I left at the range, I will be back because you get double portions for a little of nothing. So you don't have to break the bank there at the range. So if you're at the range, and I'm not getting paid for this or no promotions from them, but I did let them know that I will spread the word about them, and the customer service was top notch. At a cafe, it's called the Range Cafe. If you in Albuquerque, New Mexico, I went to the one downtown. It was nice. Everything was nice. So I wanted to share that. Y'all stay Stay positive and be healthy and be you. Y'all have a great day. Make sure you like, share this, please. Share it. And follow me. Follow me either on YouTube or Facebook. I appreciate it. Thank you for the thumbs up. Mwah. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.